Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Oakland Raiders. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 60-yard. Snap.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a second and long. Second and long. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Switch. Leo.
Off play action. Ford. Looking for Campbell downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
50 seconds. 19. 58. Come on. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long time.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jones. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Raider first down, 17 yards. On first down, it's Watson. Jones has it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for.
Check out. Alert.
Now Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Colts 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Watch the out.
They'll try again with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Aaron Jones His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Saquon Barkley, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Running right, Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
19. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
It's 3rd and 7.
What's that? 19. 58. Come on. Switch. Watch out. 24.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Down.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's got this down to the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ford on the completion. This is Carey. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He completes it to Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st down, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Anthony Walker, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Alert, alert. 58, come on. 58, come on. No chance. 58, boys, 58.
To throw is Watson. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Gets through, and now an opening. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They come out here in the I. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Watson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Zerline now for the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. 20, 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them. It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys. Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend? Yeah, do I ever? Zerline good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Come on, set.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact. Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. On first down, Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Hey, Delta.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ford. Short little throw to Ebron. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Check. Hey, Zoo. Ready.
On third down, 4. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Here's Watson. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
58's the money. 58's the money. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
From the 24, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Hey, exit.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ford will get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, Ford. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
2nd and 4. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Hey, pick your game up.
Back to throw, Watson. It's complete to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Watson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Out of the gun, Watson. And Woods has it complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Watson. Caught by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Watson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
58, come on.
To the air yet again, Watson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
Watson now to throw again. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. But a flag is down here, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
15.
To throw on 2nd down. Ford. Steps away to his left. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Set, ready? 18, Gator. Check, 47. Hey, Charlie. Check, White 47. Check, White 47. 80 weapon. Here we go. Here we go. Now.
On first down, Ford. And this is going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
I'm going back to go.
To throw on 3rd down, Ford. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Well, it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards there, just like last play. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Nearly a huge return. As it is, still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Ford. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Matt. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
70, Indy. X3, 2 inches to go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. It's a foot race. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller. An 80-yard touchdown. As his guys have now moved out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack, working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
At the 26-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. Ford. Now he's flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. So that'll back him up 5.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. 22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber.
Again, it's Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Ford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Max Crosby picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And Lutz's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed.
Now a hit and a loose football. And with a penalty flag down, they'll finally get him down. And now this becomes a very important call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
All right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Protein spill. I'm going to run. Go. Bravo. He's coming. We got double up. Go.
On 4th down, Ford. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion, just shy of the marker.
Jim, 31.
Watson now to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Get wide.
Throwing again is Watson. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
To throw is Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's orbit.
Now Saquon Barkley takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Right there. Baby.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Ready? 10 Lobo. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 1st down, Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The 1st down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Pascal's got it. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
On the run, it's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, box drop.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.